Well, welcome to Words for the Journey, words of faith, hope, and love for the journey of life. And today I'm really excited because I'm joined by my son, Seth, to talk about his interest and his thinking about film and movies, such an important artistic medium in our society. So, Seth, welcome to Words for the Journey.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. Wanted to know a little bit about, you have an interest in film and movies. When did this all start for you? Can you remember when film and movies began to intrigue you or interest you?
Yeah, I think the first really profound experience I ever had with a film was when I was 10 years old and I watched Star Wars for the first time.
Okay. Can you describe that? Like what was so amazing about that, or why do you remember that particular moment?
I had never seen anything like it, and it totally changed the way I perceived entertainment and I perceived media.
Okay. All right. Now, since you've been, since you were 10, that's a few years ago, you've been watching more movies and thinking about movies and film. What are you looking for when you watch a movie? I mean, maybe I should say, when I watch a movie, I'm just, entertain me, good story, that was fun. But I think maybe you're looking at maybe difference, not just entertainment, but you're looking
For
at
sure, yeah.
the elements of the...
So it's all a matter of intention and then delivery on that intention. So you got to think, what is the filmmaker's goal with this film? And then how well does he or she deliver upon that goal?
Okay.
If this is a film about immigrant experience, how well does it express those ideas and convey those ideas? If it's about something entertaining, if it's an action movie, how exciting is it? How well shot is it? How good is the action?
Okay. If you're watching a film, you're looking at like how it's shot. You're looking at plot. You're looking at other elements of the film that maybe, like a casting. Are those all kinds of things you're thinking about? Like how, well all those things work together? Is it kind of like a holistic experience for you when you watch the film? Or?
Of course, yeah,
Okay.
it has to be.
All right. And then as you watch a film, are you kind of grading it? It's like, the visual effect wasn't that great, the plot was really great, or is it just the whole thing together and then you kind of analyze different things after watching it?
Yes to both.
Okay.
It has to be of both, man, because there are things you're going to notice within the film when you're watching it, but then things you're going to notice afterwards. So it has to be a holistic experience of active engagement before, during, and after.
Okay. All right. A lot of people watch movies. I mean, I like watching movies. I think many people in our society do. For all of us who do, but maybe especially for people who are Christian believers, are there one or two things you would encourage us to do as we watch the movie or as we select what movies to watch?
Yes, read.
Okay.
The best thing you can do as a film viewer is to read, and read a lot.
Read.
Critics read the filmmaker, read the theory behind it, understand the art form, and understand the context in which the art is produced. And that will radically change how you view the medium.
Okay, are we talking about reading just in general, or like reading before the movie, after the movie?
At all times,
Okay.
just be constantly consuming the criticism and the thought of film philosophers and film scholars, filmmakers, and film critics.
Do you have some resources for people? Like, is there kind of a maybe easy access resource that we could go to get some of these?
A great starting place is always youtube.com. There's a lot of really cool film resources there, and it's a great video analysis is always a really great way to analyze film because you can see what's happening in front of you. If you're part of a university and you have access to JSTOR or EBSCOhost, use those resources because those have some fantastic resources on film as well.
Okay. Is there one resource on YouTube you could recommend to us? All of them sound good, the ones you're talking about.
Yeah, there's some fantastic resources. One of my favorite places, and the place where it kind of started, is a YouTube channel called Lessons from the Screenplay, which analyzes screenplays of film and then explains different ideas behind them.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that talking with you about film or hearing you sometimes talk about a particular movie really helps me as I watch it or maybe watch it again with your comments. So I realize that for you, watching the film is much more than just, oh, that was a great film. Let's go to the next film, right?
Yeah.
It's a thinking about it, analyzing it, sometimes critiquing it, understanding it, and something I think more of us can learn from. So thanks for joining us
Thanks,
for
it's
this
good to be here.
episode of Words from the Journey. Thank you for joining us as well. And we hope to move on to a next episode where Seth will talk about a particular movie that he really recommends for us. Thanks for joining us for Words for the Journey.